Hello, this week I've been playing the finals and have fallen in love with it. I tried this game when it came out and I did okay. I tried it again a few months later and I took a real beating and uninstalled it straight away, thinking I can't play this. It's too hectic. And then I just fancied doing a bit of tracking gaming. I play a lot of Hunt Showdown, which is very single shot. And I tried the BF6. I bought BF6 and it's fine, it's great. I look forward to playing that with my friends, but it wasn't quite what I wanted. I wanted something more competitive, something where individual skill can really shape the match. And I thought I'll give the finals one last go. I've heard that it's really good, that it's like the last great tracking aiming game out there. Like, I don't think Apex or Warzone are in too great a shape, and I thought I'd give the finals a go, and it's just amazing. Like, if you don't know the finals, it's the only way I can describe it is 3 versus 3 versus 3 capture the flag objective play in an arena. There are other kinds of modes as well, but I've only played the quick cache sort of signature mode of 3v3v3. I want to do the world tour. I want to try ranked, but I mean, this is a game that's just very exciting. It's like the best bit of a battle royale, or it's the kind of scrum where you're in a deadlock and third partying other teams. It's pure action. It really respects your time. As a busy dad, like, I got a couple of hours to play yesterday afternoon, and my wife's out today, and so like it was my turn to play a little bit. So I went on to the finals, and like each game is just action, straight in at the action. I mean, obviously I love like extraction shooters, and I love tension and sort of downtime and planning, but I also love a bit of action. So I've just been really enjoying this as something that it does require like a certain amount of skill, I would say. There are different levels at which you can play it. I mean, when I started playing, it was like a little bit like seal clubbing. I think there were, it was trying to figure out my skill level, which, I don't really know where I sit in the grand scheme of the finals. I assume there are like absolute demons. But in these particular games, I went on a bit of a streak. So the first 2 games are high kill games, and then I go on a bit of a winning streak. I'd only had 4 wins at this point. It was quite hard to, I could frag, but, figuring out how to play the objective, I gradually started doing that over the course of these games. These games are back to back. But the finals, I felt like, in a way, is it the last hardcore shooter that we're going to see released? I mean, we have things like Straftat, which I want to try. The more indie games, like, you always get hardcore, really indie shooters. I think this Embark is an indie studio, right? But it's like a little bigger, a little more. It's like this was a play for the mainstream, and I don't think it really worked out like that. It's quite a niche game. I think basically, if you want to make a popular game, the skill ceiling can't be too high, because like most players will come in and not be able to cope if they get dunked on. I hope the finals continues to succeed. I think, like, when I look at its player numbers, like, I see like obviously all these games come down off a massive peak when they're released, as people realise, this isn't for me, just like I did. I was wrong. If you've tried this and dismissed it, I would give it another go. But it's on season 8 now, and it seems to be, like, to my eyes, like, the graph seems to like be ticking up slightly with each season. I think a lot of people like this because it is an action-packed, hardcore sort of tracking style shooter. It's like COD, but without the compromises in some ways. Anyway, so if you don't know what's going on in this, it can be a bit overwhelming to start with, but basically the enemy team they've got the money vault and they're at cash out B, and we've got to stop that meter going to 100%. Or basically steal it. So there's a cash machine and they're cashing out the money that they've got, and we can steal that I'm reviving my teammate. This is what we're going to try and do: steal that cash out, and then we get the points. And I think in this mode, the first to 20,000 cash wins the match. So they're trying to. Everyone's trying to steal this or protect it, and this seems to be the meta of those throwing knives that people are using. So yeah, the orange team are now trying to steal the cash out from the pink team. We're obviously the blue team. My teammate gets kills. Now he's getting the steal on the cash out. So we're going to be on the board, because if you look, we're a third place at the moment. Here we go. When you die, you can respawn after a few, like 20 seconds or something like that. And you can also be revived by your teammates. So we've got the cash out, we're trying to stop them stealing it. Like I say, so like, when I think about what you need as like a dad gamer, it is a game that respects your time, gives you the action, a bit of chance to unwind. The problem is, of course, like if you don't get to play that much, then you might feel that you don't have the skill to play this, but obviously, you know, if you enjoy it, you will get better at it. And like I say, there are different levels at which it's possible to play this. So alright, so we're running now to the next vault. We're in second place, sort of joint with the pink team, I guess, both on 10,000. And now we're trying to get to the vault to get the next cash out started. I mean, if you're an experienced player of the finals, please do drop a comment and like give me some tips. I'm not exactly sure like what the advantage is in getting to the vault first and getting that done, because really all that matters in this mode is the cash out, I guess. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure about that. And yeah, more experience is sort of needed. I guess, you know, you get a head start on the cash out, but in my experience, like, the cash out tends to get stolen at least once. So timing when you push together on the cash out seems like really important. I wasn't using my mic in these matches, which hopefully that wasn't too much of a drain for my teammates, but I just wanted some quiet solo time to decompress by myself. And yeah, I mean, the way I think about this game is, compared to other games that I enjoy, like Counter-Strike, like Hunt Showdown, those games are more like chess, and you know, that's something we often say, isn't it, about tactical shooters. This is more like football or basketball, like free-flowing, physical skill expression, and just like entertaining. I mean, the aesthetic of the game is like it takes place within a game show, in a kind of virtual reality game show, and they really nail that vibe. I did turn the commentators, I think some of the ambient sounds off or down, because I found it distracting. Like I'm probably a bit neurodivergent, and the sensory overwhelm in this game is quite high. So like, but you can dial some of that back, and that helps me to sort of focus a little bit. And yeah, like it's just this beautiful action-packed, free-flowing. Like, it is tactical as well, but it's just sort of raw tracking and beaming. And you know, people do have different playstyles though. Like I literally have only used the AK in this game, and I don't see any reason to change to anything else. Like, I absolutely love it. The guns feel, well, the gun, I can't comment on any of the others because I'm so like rigid. But like, so people playing this in massively different ways. Like I say, like one of the meta approaches is the throwing knives. As these games, like I get high kill games, and then the wins I get like are harder and harder to get, as you can feel like the skill-based matchmaking ramping up with each win. And like, people start using throwing knives. One of the things people use is they use like an invisibility cloak and a katana to cut you up when you're trying to steal the cash out. And yeah, those playstyles are actually really effective as well. So it's not like there's just one way to play this game, but the way I like to play it is the sort of beaming and tracking sort of shooting with a lot of offensive utility. So I started using frag grenades, pyro grenades, and gas grenades to sort of control space, and I used the Guardian turret. You start like with a healing beam. I'm playing in the medium build. There are 3 builds: light, medium, and heavy. Again, being a bit weird, I've only ever played the medium build, which is like a kind of middle ground, I think, between health and speed. There's a heavy, but it's just too slow for my playstyle. There's a light, but maybe it doesn't take enough damage. A light build. But it's really not complex. Don't let that stuff like sort of put you off. Like, it's really intuitive. Like I say, like maybe as I get into it I'll experiment a bit more, but you know, just for a bit of comfort blasting, I'm just going medium, and I'm just using the AK, and I changed the sight a little bit, you know, to find the one I like best. It's this one, I think, which is the compact reflector. Because I'm playing a mouse and keyboard, it's nice to have a clear, uncluttered sight picture. I love this map. Like, this is the Japan Kyoto at night map. The maps all have variations in terms of conditions. Like, it can rain, it can be at night time, it can be daytime, it's sunset, which is really cool. It does change the atmosphere or whatever. But I kind of this is one of the maps I fell in love with this game on. So yeah, the healing beam, it heals your teammate. You can sort of be a support player and sort of beam them with health as they're fragging. I've never really done that or played that role in computer games. It just wasn't intuitive to me, so I'm using the Guardian turret, which again controls space. I don't like, if we're defending the cash out, I've not found it so useful to put it at the cash out where everyone's focusing their grenades and firepower. I like to put it on an angle defending the cash out somewhere else where people might not notice it, or if they do notice it, they have to turn to shoot it, and then, you know, one of your teammates can get an off angle on them. I was just trying to get the trade there because I knew with 3 of them there's no way I'd survive. I don't really know if there's like a massive upgrade path. Like, I think it's a good thing, right? You can't get like a ridiculously big mag on the AK, which would just be overpowered. Like, this is one of the things I like about games where there's not too many upgrades, where like if you want to play COD or Battlefield with your mate, it's like, have you got the guns leveled up? Well, no. Well, then you're kind of going to suck because they're playing it regularly at high level and you don't have the guns and they do, and it's just like, well, they do that to get you to sort of grind it in the week or something, but why bother if you're not really enjoying it? This, like, it's like Hunt. Like, there are certain small advantages you can get by like leveling things up, but it's like it's really not that substantial. I don't know because I haven't played that long and unlocked all that stuff, but from my experience I didn't feel like at any kind of disadvantage picking it up. Like, you can get a kill straight off the bat with a base gun. There's no so me and my friend played the Ark Raiders playtest the night before last, and quite late at night when the kids were in bed, and we really enjoyed it. But like, there was this moment where like we got crushed in PvP, and I got a headshot on the guy with a gun, and you know, it felt like, I don't know if I can kill these guys with these guns. Like, it's just, you know, a kind of grind where you have to level things up, you have to have the right loot, and you know, I always liked Hunt as an extraction shooter because you could kill someone with any gun. You know, and this game, if games are going to have deep gameplay, right, the guns have to be effective at all levels. You can't have an advantage because you've played for longer, or if you do, then it has to be minimal, and it has to be part of the gameplay. It can't just be like, I've grinded or I've bought a battle pass. It has to be like something you've earned in the game to some degree, I think. You know, a little bit of leveling is okay. So that's what I like about this. I like games like, you know, Halo is like that, where you all have the same guns and it's what you do with them that makes the difference. I do like the meta game, but I think it has to be balanced. Yeah, I guess what I wanted to say was, like, you know, if you just want to, if you're time poor and you want a bit of action, this delivers. It's not for everyone. Like, maybe your mates won't be able to enjoy it so much. Maybe they will. I mean, it's a little complex to wrap. It's not really that complex, but 3v3 capture the flag is just the right amount of complexity. I think it's not as boring as like just team deathmatch. There's a little complexity, a little unpredictability to it with 3 teams going head to head. So yeah, I enjoyed Arc Raiders, but I really hope it succeeds for Embark Studios and they can keep doing this with the finals and keep this going, because it really is something special. And I don't think we have too many things like this available, like an uncompromising, high skill, dynamic shooter. Like, we'll never get anything like this again, I don't think. You're not going to see the major AAA studios making this kind of game. It's just not where the bread and butter is. They'll do the steady, dependable thing and, you know, sort of flatter players' egos a little bit and give them the chance to drive a tank or something. But we're not going to see games like this again, so I really hope Embark Studios goes from strength to strength, because they do, like, Arc Raiders I think will be great. I don't know if it's for me. It could be great. It's maybe forced between two stools. It's neither hardcore extraction nor PvE adventure. But regardless, I think, you know, Embark Studios like make aesthetically really dialed in games, and like they have a vision, and it's a sort of competitive vision. And you know, they seem to be a company that are making games they want to play, and there's certainly games that I want to play. And I think I was hoping that my next video would be the road to Counter-Strike level 5, Faceit level 5. I'm at Faceit level 4. I've really played only I think 4 games of Faceit, and Tor Harp on the comments said, you know, let's do the Faceit videos, whatever. It kind of reminded me to pull my finger out and actually do that. I felt ready to do that, but then I stayed up really late playing the Arc Raiders playtest, and I was knackered. I thought, I don't want to go into Faceit and get destroyed, so I'll play the finals instead. And you know, that's kind of like a sort of low stakes casual thing, but actually ended up really enjoying it, and I thought, oh, I'll record these games. And so I've yapped for so long, but I've got some games for you. So the next few games after this are a bit of a winning streak. I get a flawless victory. They do get harder, so have to sweat it out a little bit, but I hope you enjoy it, and thanks for watching. And yeah, try the finals. I really think it's a great game, and I think, you know, we need this to continue to succeed. Alright, take care, thank you.
Engage at Vault 2!
Matchstick game over! They said not yet. getting you back! Honey, I'm home! Stole their cash out!
Back in action!
Advance to Vault 2!
Grenade sent!
Four eliminations back to back. Flawless execution.
Honey, I'm home!
One left. He got me. Okay, let's go. South C.